Was just doing a little painting here, and there's something I wanted to touch on. I'm using latex paint, and I clean these rollers whenever I use them. And I've run into people, talked to people before, and they said, oh, I'm not going to clean a paint roller. They only cost $1. I get the cheap ones. Well, when you get a cheap paint roller and it only costs $1 and you start painting with it, what you're going to see is a whole shitload of fuzz comes out of it in the beginning. Well, then go buy the most expensive paint roller you can get, and when you start painting with it, what you're going to find out is a whole bunch of fuzz comes out of it in the beginning. No matter what you do, you should clean the paint roller before you use it, unless you cleaned it really good after you used it. If you're going to clean it really good after you use it, I don't see any sense in buying an expensive one, and I don't see any sense repeatedly buying the cheap ones. I just clean them when I'm done with it. And especially with latex paint, because you can just clean it with water. Now you see here, I'm just working that up and down in a bucket and getting rid of the bulk of the paint. And then when I've done that a few times with the bucket and dump the bucket out, I'm going to take the hose. And the reason I'm holding this the way I am is the bucket's keeping me from getting wet. I'm using the jet spray of the water hose to spin the hell out of that roller. And as I spin it, that's getting rid of the last bit of the paint, and it's allowing that water to make contact with all the little fuzzy hairs. So it doesn't matter if this is a brand new roller or if I just used it or what it was. I'm getting rid of all them little fuzzy hairs. And when I go back to painting with it, whether it's tomorrow or a year from now, I'm not going to get a bunch of fuzz in my paint because I've gotten rid of all the weak and loose ones. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take compressed air. I'm going to do like a rough blowing on it to get rid of a bunch of the water. Then I'm going to hold it up like this. And once again, just like I did with the water hose, I'm going to spin this thing with compressed air. And this thing's going to spin at a pretty high RPM. It's going to blow all that water out of there and any remaining paint and any fuzz and anything that's weak, like the fuzz that's weak that would come out in your paint, it's going to get blown off there when you're blowing it out. Plus, when you blow this with compressed air, by the time you're done, it's almost dry. Let me put this away, and then what I'll do is I'll pick that up, and I'll bring it over here, and I'll let you take a look at it. And you'll see how it's all re-expanded. And it's going to dry just fine like this. And it's going to be ready to go for the next time.